Hello YouTube, how is it going? So, originally this was gonna be a live commentary, but this is a test and I don't have the correct components for that just yet. So I'm just gonna, do my review of Fortnite. Anyway, my review is that it's nice, but only if you're extremely good at luck, and that's pretty much it. Honestly, you need to have like a, you may know where all the chests is with skill, but you need to know exactly, and I do mean exactly, where all of the, but you need to have the exact right amount of luck to find a good weapon. Like, personally, this clip, it's quite lucky, but you've got to remember, most of the time I'm unlucky with this Fortnite. Usually, you're not lucky, you end up with like a, like the gray, not the sniper rifle, but, you know, like the submachine gun. That's not very good, but I do appreciate its graphic style, and I think it has a original sort of style to it. You know, it definitely looks like people have actually spent time on it, instead of, like, EA games. You know those ones. Not EA, but, like, you know, like Call of Duty and that sort of games. You know, I'm 10 times more happy with singular map, like a singular game that a company publishes that hits the box office, than like 50 games. You know, that's partially why Valve has such successful games, I bet. It's because, well, Valve, they produced only a couple games, but they made them with skill and stuff, and that skill, you can tell, bled out into their games, like talent and their passion too. Like, this is actually partially why, like, Battlefield got so old for me. Like, Battlefield 1. At one point, I was gonna make a game about, like a video about it, but then it started getting really boring to me because you could tell that they're boredom and sort of, like, there wasn't a huge want to make the game. It's kind of like Minecraft in a way. It was originally created by a talented artist. Like, I know that Microsoft bought it, but that talent is still in the game a bit, and you can tell that people actually like to, play the game. And that's a really good, like, some people actually want to develop the game, I mean. You know? Also, I can tell they spent a long time balancing the, microtransactions. I know microtransactions is a touchy subject and all, but honestly, I would rather have to pay for cosmetics and stuff you can earn easily than have to pay for, like, a huge expansion for the game. Which I know that Save the World is still... I trust them to, keep up their deal. Like, I feel that the people who created Fortnite, it sounds like to me they're just waiting for, like, a huge map thing. Speaking of which, I have noticed at the time of recording this video, you might notice me scrolling through, like, the daily items that they have. Well, I noticed they have, like, a Fallout sort of thing, like a hazmat suit and everything. I wonder if that bunker holds, like, a, radioactive supply or whatnot. That bunker in that forest. You know that one. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about why this is a pre-recorded video. Well, this has been the most infuriating thing to set up. Like, I'm being serious. So far, I've had to pay like over $70 over the initial cost. Due to how many individual things this requires. This requires a new monitor, a new cables, and I still am waiting for a certain cable to record live. Anyways, also, you might notice in the next video I do appreciate that this has video editing software. You might notice a tad bit of video editing, not a lot because the audio is infuriating me, but that's why it's laggy a bit. By the way, I can't put the audio in the video. There's no tutorials. Anyway, I got, not recently, but I had the best weapon combo in the entire universe. And, yeah. Oh, also, speaking of which, you might notice that this video, it's gonna be super high quality. I'm talking like 1080p and stuff. That's a good thing about all this setup. It really makes it to where I can record at 1080p. Just a huge improvement than shooting a camera at the computer. And there I go talking about. Okay. Anyway, let's continue on with my review of Fortnite, I mean. Do think that pump shotguns, though, are a little bit OP due to the fact that you can one-shot headshot people. Which I know that's a fair game mechanic in some weapons. But not ones that you have to shoot at point-blank range. You know, it's kind of like, whoever can... I know that you need to have, like, the best aim at games like this, but it's kind of infuriating, especially at lower levels, to have, like, a guy randomly come over and just one-shot you. That's why I personally think they should have, like, a leveling system, or at least, like, a tutorial mode. That people, like I, can, like, practice a little bit. Because for the longest time, I would get insta-kills in this game. Anyway, you notice that I'm sniffling and whatnot. I'm allergic to one of our neighbors' trees, and they love the tree. Anyway, the game, I believe they should have like a different missile launcher. Like, I feel a distinct lack in that. Maybe one that shoots, like, you know, the beggar's bazooka in TF2. They should add something kind of like that. Make it to where, like, it's a slow reload, but then it's fast to fire off. Anyway, on to the next subject. With the, why am I saying on to the next subject often? Oh. Anyway, sorry for that random jump in, audio. I just realized that I had it that low setting. Oh, anyways. I personally, well, near the end of this video, you'll see, the internet crash. And that's gonna be kind of normal. Because, well, we only have one option of internet that's actually viable. That one option, they really like to screw over customers. Like, just a few days before this, it crashed 15 times in one day. That's actually partially why you haven't seen a video in a while, other than me procrastinating. Anyway, I'm figuring out this, so this is a test, by the way. If you're watching this, I really appreciate it, but you don't have to watch it. This is just testing to make sure the audio and the video isn't choppy like I was worried it would. Because the video was excruciatingly choppy. And I'm not sure if it's that I use a computer that runs internet, not Internet Explorer, Windows XP. Or if it's the fact that that computer doesn't have any cooling whatsoever. Anyway, I really don't have a lot to say in these videos, by the way, if you're wondering why I stutter and ramble a lot. I do hate Norton antivirus, though. That's one of my pet peeves. I know it's an antivirus and all, but wow, it slows down my computer a lot. Like, I was wondering why stuff was lagging earlier today, and I found out that Norton antivirus was taking up 58% of my CPU power. That's actually why I like AdBlock, by the way. It doesn't use a lot of your CPU power, and it acts like protection. Always get to AdBlock if you don't want to suddenly spike your amount of computer usage. And speaking of which, those sites that force me to turn off AdBlocker, I'll make a deal with them. I'll turn off AdBlocker if they pay me like around $1 million if I get the virus on my computer. Is this recording? There we are. Yeah, $1 million is fine. So per virus, I mean. Because so far I got the Chromium virus due to a malicious ad. And it appears that my AdBlock plus Norton antivirus seems to actually slow it to a halt almost. You know, it still forces me to use Yahoo on Firefox still. So that's annoying. That's annoying. I fixed it. Anyway, in Fortnite. Wish that they had like auto-firing sentries, but you can't like refill the ammo on them, and they're like almost instant, like they're easily destructible. Or imagine if like imagine it like this, like you try and shoot into the at the sentry, and the sentry explodes. With one bullet drop. Oh, actually, here's a bit of interesting news. You know Tilted Towers? Did you wish it was destroyed? Well, a small meteor hit it, but that hole filled in first. So basically, Tilted Towers, it only got partially destroyed for about a couple weeks at most. And now, I expect it to, like, fully be repaired in a couple weeks. Unless if they launched that nuke, which I've noticed, my controller has been vibrating randomly recently. I don't know what it means, but it's been vibrating randomly. Anyway, this video, I feel sorry if the audio's desynced. Like, I'm being serious. This program, it infuriates me that you can't edit the audio without disrupting the video. I don't think he went to watch a 420p video, and oh dear. Yeah, I've rewired my entire area behind my wall socket, and I think something's not connected properly. Why did I say that? Anyway, you might notice videos coming in faster in a couple weeks, which is a good thing, because who doesn't like better videos and faster? Summer break is approaching, and it's approaching fast. And honestly, I'm frankly excited for it. Like, I don't like being sleep deprived, and yeah, I can't balance a lot of things. Luckily, there's espresso, but still. You know what? I'm sick and tired of EA. It's been weighing on me a bit. I've looked at their stocks and it's skyrocketing. Like, seriously, who still buys their stuff after what they've shown to do? I would advise, if you're buying EA stuff, buy their older stuff. Like, they'll get less of the money and you'll go with the world, and you won't be missing out much. Like, I bet that their first Call of Duty is basically the same as this. Maybe a bit different graphics. But personally, I've noticed that, I end up spending more on free-to-play games, like Fortnite. I honestly won't spend a dime on them if they didn't have to, if it wasn't free. I prefer free games over normal games because it's free, and that's why actually I personally hate the Xbox's new live program. Not the gold one, they have like a new membership where you can borrow games and for a monthly fee. And I'm wondering, once that ends, like, basically, once you get to it, you're basically screwed. Because they're gonna make it to where if people don't pay monthly, they won't get access to the games. And gaming is an interesting thing in that aspect. Like, people don't like stuff taken away from them, especially their time. So they're gonna have to continuously pay. Well, and they're gonna get screwed over, honestly. Oh, and also, about this debacle, why is stuff trying to rip you off more? Like, I honestly actually pay more for games that are, more free and do less of that stuff. Like TF2, for example. There are crates I end up actually spent already like $100 getting like a wonderful hat and stuff. Because in my opinion, it's a better deal than spending $60 on a game than additionally spending like $100 to get the items that we would have gotten at the start anyways. Anyway, also, I'm gonna, this, YouTube video, the reason why it took so long for me to make this one YouTube video is that I'm not exactly sure if this is like a Chinese knockoff, you know? The capture card, it uses a European plug, for example, so I had to get an adapter and everything. And the adapter at first won't even work. Is this still running? Good. Anyway. Also, with my computer and stuff, this video editing software, it struggles. If you want to ever, oh, right. I need to tell you this before the video ends, and it's gonna I'm probably gonna forget. I'm still gonna do a couple videos using that old camera, but only to show certain things, because I noticed that it's very viable when recording externally. Let's say I need to record my computer overheating or whatnot, and put it in a video editing software. I want to be able to do that without setting up a webcam and everything, because I'm not sure if I can even plug one more thing. The thing, it uses up all the power in my room all at once, and I plug it in the morning. By the way, I unplug everything when I go to sleep. That's a weird, interesting thing, because I actually can't sleep with Wi-Fi in my room, or the intense heat produced when everything is plugged in. I'm being serious, it raises the temperature of my room by a couple degrees. And I can't sleep when my room's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, actually, if you notice me saying a lot in my YouTube videos, it's because I don't really have a lot to say in them. All it is just me, the reason why I'm doing this, by the way, recording my voice, is because this is a test to see how the, merging works, and also because, to my recognition, it's desync, and I don't want you to pay attention to that. It's normal. Hopefully. Anyway, also I hope the quality's higher than what I'm seeing in the video editing software, because currently it looks like it's 420p, and this thing promised me it was 1080p. Hopefully my YouTube videos won't take 3 months to upload, because that can be an issue. Anyway, let me see. So, okay. Oh, right, the next video, I'll show you how to make the ultimate machine. The ultimate thing in Rainbow Six Vegas 2. You can use it to take out foes near and far. And it's guaranteed to take them out in a humane way. Note, it may not be factual. Anyway, I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna show how it works and stuff. Because I know that I can't do it in the multiplayer map. Actually, real quick, I'm surprised at how many people play that game. It's really old. And it's surprising because every time I can see at least 5 servers. 5 that has good ping and everything. And I'm surprised because they're usually at least partially full. I know it's a very awesome game and all, but wow. Thought that game was actually dead. Looking at the YouTube videos of it and everything. Anyway, I'm gonna this is a test. By the way, I'm just clarifying that. So if you do you notice that I'm just rambling on? That's because I need to test to make sure that this audio won't break. Anyway, well, I shall see you next video. All in the ultimate machine, and see you in the next video.